As I was concluding in the previous video, part two, that it was not something we willingly incurred, and I would equate it with being forced at gunpoint, because under contractual law there has to be a meeting of the minds. Well, because of 1930 and the bankruptcy that the United States declared, we were declared as chattel, as property of the state. And that's the reason now why we have, when you file a birth certificate or apply for Social Security, you become the property of the state. Um, and this is all available on the net also. The second video I did, I'd found out about the JIDF, and I was exposing them and their motives for what they were doing. They even were so bold, and like I say, it's not a country. These are individuals who support blindly anything that Israel does, and specifically the Zionist agenda. And what blew me away, one of the members is a member of the United States Marine Corps. That didn't sit well with me. So those were the two videos I did prior to getting the hack of my cell phone. And when they did that to my cell phone, as I say, I know who publishes the software because I've been working with it for a number of years. And I know the origin of the company of the software. Back then I didn't give it any thought. Business is business, right? Well, no, it didn't turn out to be that way, as we can see in the here and now. I had found out that the Anti-Defamation League, the ADL, had come aboard with the security center, the new security center that they have here at YouTube, and that they were going to be cracking down on what they thought was inappropriate content. And that turned out to be anybody who was Muslim, hardcore truther, steadfast Christian. Anybody that had morals and values was a target. If you were posting anything that would embarrass or expose Israel, America, or the ADL or JIDF. So when they put the death threat on my phone, that's when I deleted my account, like I said, to protect all my users and friends. They had nothing to do with what I was doing. See, I don't skip from topic to topic as far as what's happening right now, because it's just too much. And you can't put any definitive, you can't quantify it definitively that what is all these numerous things that are happening are going to actually turn out to be fact. So I prefer to go back earlier to the points where we started to, well, where the problem started, not where we, as I was going to say. So that's the basis I've been looking at, and will continue to look at, as far as how we got where we are, so that people with greater minds than myself will be able to go over and maybe figure something out. You know, maybe we can still save our country. I did not put the ADL in a flattering light, because I'd come across information that it was founded and named in honor of a man who raped a 12-year-old girl who worked in his factory and strangled her with her underwear. So yeah, that didn't sit good. And then I called the JIDF a bunch of thugs. They even feel that they're going to tell the United States to kick out some of its citizens? No. You're a threat to the United States. That doesn't change my attitude because of the hundreds of users you have in your data banks. I got tired of writing down names. I got a bunch. I wish I'd had a camera. I would have just gone ahead and take snapshots of each database that I got into. But I'm letting you know, people, there's a lot of them out there. And they find this a pleasant game. And that's all it is. People who are real quick to want to tear down America. And I can't abide that. It's my country, after all. Whether I'm happy with the situations or not, it's still my country. And our country deals with its own problems. It's not up to other nations or private people to dictate policy to our government. So those are some of the things I went over with that some people have been killed before for even bringing up the subject, specifically about the money, central banks, and how Lincoln had done the greenback dollar. He was shot. Kennedy, Executive Order 11110 still stands to the day. That's the silverback dollar. So I kind of knew where things were coming from. So now on this channel, this new one I have, I'm going to continue to tell the truth and the facts. It's just that I'm not going to be focusing and jumping from topic to topic in what's currently going on, because there's enough people already who are covering that content and covering it very well. I, like I say, want to go back to the past so we can understand what happened, so we'll know where we stand before we can formulate a plan to correct what the majority of the people may perceive as erroneous actions. To hold our state representatives, whether they're in the House of in the Senate or in the House of Representatives, all the way to the presidency. And that's, I've got on my blog site a document about that, how we take back our communities. See, it all starts with your local government in your town, holding them accountable, to your county level, to your state level, to the Fed level. But one thing I need to propound upon, and I don't think any of this will happen for one main reason. And I've also made a video about this. See, all of us as Americans need to take total responsibility for every aspect of our lives. We need to take especially responsibility for the boundaries that we place on institutions, business, personal relationships. We all have boundaries that we place all the time. So what we want to allow is what we need to address. Are people going to be responsible enough to take back their responsibilities to correct perceived problems? That's it in a nutshell, people. It won't work unless all of us accept responsibility for our lives in all areas. Because that's what's happened now. People have abrogated their responsibility to the government because they're too busy trying to make bills, or maybe they just don't want to bother with it. Hey, yeah, just take care of it for me, big brother. I should be having that song play in the background as I'm saying this. So this is the situation, and I'm back. I'm not going to be dogging Israel and the garbage that's going over there in Gaza. we all know about it. We all know it's immoral.